Hello and welcome to highlights of Dwars Vlaanderen, the 13th edition of this race. Starting and finishing in Wevelgem, it's 128.5 kilometers, a 4.9 kilometer neutralized section the riders would have heading out of the famous Wevelgem Hippodrome. A great field assembled, 141 starters. Unfortunately, Marianne Vos and Chiara Consoni not taking to the start. The mini Tour of Flanders, the race across Flanders. 7 climbs and 6 sections of cobblestones. The first climb, the Vuelta A Espana, taking in the Berg ten Hout, the Nocturberg, famous cobbled sections such as the Maria Borenstraat. 78 kilometers to go. There had been a few early attacks, but the peloton was still very much together as we headed towards the Volker-Hemberg. Unfortunately, a crash in the bunch just as we ran in towards the climb, took down a few riders. Elisa Longa-Borghini of UAE ADQ very much up towards the front, as was Lotte Kopecky of SD Worx Pro Time. Without last year's winner, Marianne Vos, in the race, and also the 2022 winner, Chiara Consoni, it was anyone's race. Onto the Nocturberg, and Liana Lippert throwing the power down on the front. Cassia Niewiadoma able to go with her. This would thin down the group considerably. Justine Heda of AG Insurance Sidal just going to the back of the group. A 4-rider group going clear. Marlon Reusser, Amber Kraak, Lucinda Brand, and Femke Gerritsen. Just 7 seconds was the gap. They headed on towards the Ekenberg. Marlon Reusser put the power down, dropping Lucinda Brand and Gerritsen. Only Amber Kraak of FDJ Suez was able to go with her. 2 strong time trialists. Could they stay clear to the finish? For SD Worx Pro Time, it meant it would shake things up considerably. Onto the Dawn section of cobblestones, and Ella van Dijk of Little Trek put the hammer down, and with her went Elisa Longa-Borghini and Cassia Niewiadoma. There was decimation in the peloton behind as it was being shredded by the power of Ella van Dijk, but Elisa Longa-Borghini used a small rise to jump clear of that duo, made it across to the 2 leaders, and it wouldn't take long before the Italian champ of UAE ADQ started to edge clear on her own. Marlon Reusser of the team of Movistar would make it back to Longa-Borghini, who then showed her power through the corners and would then go clear on her own. It was Longa-Borghini against the rest. Great time trialist is the Italian national champion. Reusser and Kraak were closed in by the group being led by Ellen van Dijk. Also in there, the likes of Puk Pieterse, Elisa Balsamo, who Lidl Trek were working for. Puk Pieterse, after being thrown into the climb by teammate Christina Schweinberger, attacked over the top. Lotte Kopecky, the world champion, was not on her best day, but kept making it back into the group. There was times where it did look like the group were going to come back to Elisa Longa-Borghini, but she came into Wevelgem and seeing the finish ahead of her, took career win number 50, her first win in Dwars Vlaanderen, and sends out some warning shots ahead of Ronde van Vlaanderen this weekend, where she'll look to do the hat-trick. Lotte Kopecky led in the group behind, sprinting out Elisa Balsamo for second, with Puk Pieterse crossing the line in 4th. Elisa Longa-Borghini putting some of the troubles of the last few weeks behind her. She started the season strongly down in the UAE Tour. She's back on top form. Your top 10 looks like this. Elisa Longa-Borghini takes it ahead of Lotte Kopecky and Elisa Balsamo, with Pieterse, Bredevold, Lippert, Guattini, Confalonieri, Shabby and Edson, your top 10. A great day and a big name podium yet again. Elisa Longa-Borghini takes Dwars Vlaanderen for the first time in her career ahead of Lotte Kopecky and Elisa Balsamo. We now head to Sunday and the Ronde van Vlaanderen.